Hello, everybody. Pop Culture Curator here. It's so good to see you all. We are back with another episode of Horror Sci-fi streaming. Um, I feel really terrible because I'm a big fan of the late great Roger Corman, who passed away Thursday. I'm a fan of Roger Corman, who passed away Thursday at the unexpected age of 98. He was a very prolific uh, person in Hollywood. If you had not heard of him, not only did he produce, direct, write, act in, and I mean, almost he did every role. He had his own studio, and he also got a lot of up and coming people started on their first baby steps. Without Roger Corman, for example, we wouldn't have Jonathan Demme of Silence of the Lambs. We wouldn't have James Cameron. I'm sure you guys know who that is. I shouldn't have to say a name. We wouldn't have Joe Dante. And a lot of his movies influenced what these guys made. Like Joe Dante, for example, went on to make Gremlins. And Gremlins even has Roger Corman as a cameo in it, along with two of the movie stars from The Little Shop of Horrors. So Jack Nicholson also got his start there. Many famous people got their start due to Roger Corman. And I know he was known as the king of the bees in Hollywood because most of his movies were what they call the B roll, and that is you go to a drive-in movie back in the day and you pay to go see a movie like Ben-Hur or Ten Commandments or something, and it'll say and co-hit Attack of the Crab Monsters. So 8 out of 10 times when you go and you see a title like Attack of the Crab Monsters or Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, there's a good chance that Roger Corman was probably behind it. The man bragged that he never lost a dime in Hollywood. Every movie, no matter what it was, no matter what the subject was, he made movies of all subjects. He didn't make just horror movies. He made comedies, biographies, action, thriller, suspense, dystopian. It ran the whole gamut. But everything he made, regardless, still made money. And that's the reason why he had such influence on Hollywood and he knew so many people, was because he did so much. Tonight we're going to be covering one of his true classics, unexpected classic that is, when Roger Corman first decided to make Little Shop of Horrors. He didn't think it was going to go anywhere. He did a whim or a joke. He joked that he could make a movie, that if somebody would give him the set for free, to loan him a set, that he could shoot a movie in 2 days and one night. And with Little Shop of Horrors, that's what we got. But believe it or not, if somebody didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know by watching it. I'm sure you have seen a lot of movies that are much worse out there that drag on, that are very boring, that seem like the plots are meandering and going nowhere, and they took 30 days or more to shoot. Roger Corman would get in there, do the business, and get out, and he wouldn't waste time. Um, and I've been wanting to cover him for some time on this channel. We've been going on for over a year now, and I feel really guilty because I should have brought him up sooner. The only movie that we have covered so far on his stream is the great Death Race 2000. That'll give you a kind of an example of the kind of movies he would make. Death Race 2000 was his most successful movies out of all the ones he did. Unfortunately, he did remake it, but it depends on your point of view. You might think fortunately, but he did remake Death Race with Jason Statham somewhere around 2000 or so, which spawned equals Death Race 2, 3, 4, and so on. But I highly recommend you watch the original if you've not seen it with David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. Um, we'll be starting the movie here quite soon. I'm getting it prepared in the background. I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to work. Last night, my Lost in Space stream was a disaster. I couldn't get any video to stream, but I'm hoping this will work tonight. And if it doesn't work, we have some backups planned. My good friend Gorilla is going to help me. We're either going to, if my source doesn't work, we're going to stream it through YouTube or through another online website. The movie is in public domain. When Roger Corman made the movie and produced it, he did not trademark or copyright it because he really didn't think it was going to go anywhere. And needless to say, it was a surprise hit. And he would have made a lot of money, but he had no animosity towards that. He didn't care. He was very lighthearted. He was 6'2", and like I said, he died at 98. Can you imagine that? He was born in 2019. He was born in 1926. So if he was stuck around with us for just 2 years longer, it would have been 100 years. He was
Oh, he
working
will
clear for
join
the
the
end.
100 Club. He will join the
He,
100 Club.
yes, he would have. But what's different too is he's still working. A lot of people by the time they get to that age, they're retired. So with you join that rare few up there in that age that are still working like Wayne Shatner and people like that. It's like, yeah, good for him. They were currently, as far as I know, they're still working on another remake of Little Shop of Horrors, and it's supposed to be directed by Joe Dante, he's one of the luminaries from Roger Corman Studio, and it was supposed to be produced by Roger Corman. And I believe it right now. It's in the filming stage, so I'm sure that they will have a tribute to him in the credits, which I'm sure I'll tear up when I see. But Gorilla, his name might interest you if you haven't heard of him, because he could spawn many, 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 many of your cringe socks. I mean, with Attack of the Bee movie, uh, Attack of the Crab Monsters, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. I mean, you can go on and on and on with plenty of entertaining stuff to cover on your channel, knowing you will never be disappointed and you will never be bored. You'll always get a good laugh out of it. And I'm going to cover a little bit of him. Like I said, everybody, I know tonight is a live stream of a movie, but it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try to pay a quick tribute to the man, Roger Corman himself, before we move into the movie, if my computer doesn't mess up. And like I said, I'll skip through a lot because he did so much. It's not easy. And here we have a picture of the man, Roger Corman. There we go, make sure that works. And that's what he looks like. And samples of some of the movies and some of the things he influenced. I'm sure you've all heard of Silence of the Lambs, Apollo 13. And there's a Little Shop of Horrors remake from 1986, of course, with Rick Moranis. But if you'll see here,
he was Silence
sorry,
of the
what's that?
Lambs and Apollo 13?
He
That's both of
produced
his?
them. Yes.
Holy crap. I'm starting to like this guy a whole lot better already.
I'm telling you, and I don't know under what capacity. You have to look under each movie. He may have produced one, wrote another, directed another, or did a cameo in another. He did so much that you'd really have to look up where he is in the credits to say, oh, there he is. And like I said, he also popped up in cameos. I remember the night we covered The Howling, the werewolf movie. I shouted out when he popped up on the screen. I said, "There's Roger Corman." I've been a fan of his since the 1980s. I could pick out his face in a crowd. 70s, 80s. And I'm so excited he lived as long as he did. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's not long enough because when there's somebody out there, like my favorite author, Ray Bradbury, I wish they would just live forever. So it truly breaks my heart when they pass away, knowing that we don't get talent like that to replace them. So it looks like the most recent thing currently on his juggernaut of movies that he produced or wrote looks like The Jungle Demon from 2021. So, as you can see by the names here, Abduction, Cobra Gator, Death Race 4, Beyond Anarchy. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I'll just hopefully I can point and you guys can see. But it'll give you guys the idea of the kind of movies he made. Death Race 4, Beyond Death Race 2050, Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf, Fist of the Dragon. But what I'm going to do, now that's current days moving backwards in time. What I want to do is I want to mention some of the classic fare that influenced me as well as a whole boatload of people through history. the stuff that really got him started at the very beginning. So I'm going to go way down here, which is, I mean, the end I think over 200 movies I think he worked on in one way or another. Looks like his first project he worked on was Highway Dragnet, 1954. Now look at these titles here: Monster from the Ocean Floor. He produced and made the original Fast and the Furious, Five Guns West, The Beast with a Million Eyes, Apache Woman. So as you can see, westerns, horror movies, action adventure. The Day the World Ended. There's your dystopian. Gunslinger, another western. The Oklahoma Woman. It Conquered the World, which was filmed at the Batcave up by LA, where if you guys check out, I did a video where Bronson Caves and the famous Batcave is from the 60s TV show. That's also where they filmed It Conquered the World. Naked Paradise, Attack of the Crab Monsters, Not of This Earth. The Undead, Rock All Night, Teenage Doll, Carnival Rock, Sorority Girl, The Saga of the Viking Women and the Voyage to the Water, something without having to go to that page. War of the Satellites, Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I sometimes click on it. Machine Gun Kelly, that's another thing too, is he was very early into getting started with the fad, which started, as you can see here, back in the 50s, of movies that were based on famous gangsters. So he also did a Ma Barker movie, Machine Gun Kelly, and stuff like that. And that really brought that genre into full capacity once we got into the 60s with Bonnie and Clyde and things like that. So you can thank him for those original gangster movies. The Brain Eaters, Teenage Caveman, of course, starring Robert Vaughn. I'll try to remember the names. By the way, a lot of these movies that I'm mentioning starred up and coming people who at the time were not known, but eventually did go on to big things. Michael Landon, he was in the werewolf one. Hot Car Girl, Night of the Blood Beast, I Mobster, High School Big Shot, The T-Bird Gang, Beast from the Haunted Cave, The Wasp Woman, Battle Beyond the Sun, A Bucket of Blood. Now, PvP, A Bucket of Blood, is one of his Edgar Allan Poe adaptations. And I know PvP has been trying to get me to cover those eventually. And I do love them. I love they starred Vincent Price and
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson when he was very, very young.
Yeah, I remember. I think that must, excuse me, but might have been one of Nicholson's first films, actually, if I
It
remember.
was, I mean,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
title, but it was an early one. Like he's really young in that.
Really young when he started out, yes.
Yeah,
Even his voice was still cracking.
yeah, just about, eh?
And yeah, and
Yeah,
I'd love to cover those movies, but I know that
yeah.
they're not really deemed as horror sci-fi, but they're masterpieces in their own right.
Well, they do have people like Boris Karloff and Vincent Price in them, so
Oh
they kind of
yes,
have some horror kind of
influence.
affiliation, you know. Yeah,
Yes, running through their vein. They do have
and
horror running through their veins. Yes,
some of them are pretty scary. Like what's the Mask of the Red Death,
for the Red
and the
Death. Yes.
Pit and the Pendulum. That one I say could classify as horror because that's got a heck of an ending. That movie.
Well, maybe
That's a
now that this
classic.
happened, maybe now his passing, maybe we'll cover one of these here. I'll try to put it on the priority list and
Mm.
rush it up, and we'll cover it really soon. Attack of the Giant Leeches, can't beat that one. Sky Troop Attack, Battle of Blood Island, Island of Usher. There's another Poe one right there.
Yeah,
Last
House
Woman
of
on
Usher.
Earth. There,
That's a good one. Yeah.
yes, it is. Little Shop of Horrors. There you see it amongst the other ones. So he made Last Woman on Earth, then he made Little Shop of Horrors, then he made Atlas, Creature from the Haunted Sea. And there's a Pit and the Pendulum. And the
Yeah.
Premature Burial back to back. There's two Poe movies back to back right there.
Yeah, and the Premature Burial, that was with Ray Milland, wasn't it? I believe.
I believe so, yes. And that was another good one.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, yeah.
that one's based on the fear of being buried alive. Because back
Yes,
in the old days,
exactly.
as you guys all know, back in the old days, people tend to go and they didn't know what a coma was. So people would go into a coma and it looked like you were dead by all outside appearances, and they'd bury you, and then people would wake up inside the grave. And that's the reason why now, there was a period there where they even put bells outside the grave and little strings people could pull to alert somebody. And that's why they invented embalming. To this day, that's why we have embalming, is to make sure people are dead when they put them in the ground. Tales of Terror, which is an anthology, which has got like 3 or 4 short stories in it.
Yeah,
Starring
that's a
some of
good
the
one
classics.
too.
You can see Basil Rathbone, among others.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
it
a good
also had
cast.
obviously top cast, top
Peter
cast.
Lorre,
When you look at the
Peter
names,
Lorre too. Yeah.
Peter Lorre, yes, Basil Rathbone. Wow. It makes me want to go back and watch all these movies right now if I could. But I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to make
haven't.
it a point of
No,
going
I
back. I
haven't
mean,
seen him in a
especially
long
compared
time.
to, right, there's The Raven. And especially compared to everything they make now, which is like, as you guys all know, is mostly throwaway trash. Oh, here's the great movie, The Man with the X-Ray Eyes with Ray Milland, where it's about what it says is a doctor invents a fluid that he puts in his eyes that allows him to see through walls, people's clothing, all that kind of stuff. Excellent movie. And with Don Rickles, the great Don Rickles.
Oh, really?
As it,
Oh, gosh.
oh, yes.
I
That's
haven't
another
seen
one I'd
that one.
like to cover. Yeah, if I
Yeah, I
was to
wouldn't
start
mind seeing
listening,
it.
yeah, The Masks of Red Death, like you were saying right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
know if
good
I
one.
want to see through walls there, but I wouldn't mind seeing through clothing.
We got your attention, Gorilla.
Yeah,
And
that pink
Gorilla,
card.
just like you would imagine, it's just like real life. It's like imagine you were a scientist and you invent the secret to being able to see through objects. I'll put it that way, objects. And it's going to be very exciting at first. Like you're going to be like a kid in a candy store. Wow, I can see through clothing. I'm going to go watch a tennis match on the beach or something. Girls volleyball tennis match or something on the beach. But when you find out, unfortunately, the side effects of what it does to him, it well outweighs the good things. So it gets very, it is a Roger Corman movie, so it does turn. It is a horror movie, so it tells you the bad points about if you had X-ray vision, on top of the good stuff. But there was a point where the man does enjoy himself, but he is a doctor too, so he doesn't really get all giddy and excited like we probably would, right?
Oh, I did see Tomb of
But
Ligeria, I think it is. Uh, just a
yes,
little bit under, a little bit below. That's another great one with Vincent Price. That's a really good movie. In fact, that's probably
that's why
my
I'm
favorite of the
screwing.
Poe films.
Yeah, that's why I'm strolling through these because it'll take us all
Yeah.
night to read them all.
Oh,
Here's
there's so
another good
many.
one, Bloody Mama with Angie Dickinson, a great one.
Yeah. Talking about
Uh,
scrolls, should we say hi to our wonderful chat?
That might, I didn't even say goodbye to my wonderful panel yet. Gorilla, how are you doing tonight? See, I get so excited, I
Uh,
got carried away. I'm sorry.
no, that's good. It's good to be excited about this here. No, I'm doing all right. No, I wish our two Canadians would on the panel would be out fighting those wildfires so I could have some fresh air while I'm on my smoke break.
Hey,
Someone
there's
breathe
no
it in,
smoke,
right?
no smoke here, Gorilla. So I don't know. Not coming from my part of BC.
Well, that's because you're south of it.
Yeah, you must be getting some weird easterly winds blowing across northern Canada or some weird thing. I don't know.
That's no fun.
I wonder if Nemesis has any smoke because he's next door to me. So be interested to see if he does.
Okay, he'll
No,
join us.
no.
Here he is.
Hi.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Dennis? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Pop, and PvP and Gorilla, and everyone in the chat, of course, as well.
Nice. And how are you doing, PvP?
Oh, doing okay. Work week's half done. 2 more days, and then I'm a free man. I actually got a long weekend coming up because next Monday is a holiday here. It's Victoria Day in honor of Queen Victoria, which we have here every year. For some reason, we have Victoria Day in Canada, but it doesn't seem to be a holiday over in the UK, which you'd think it would be, right? So go figure that one. I don't know,
Yeah, you
but
think?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, it's glad to see you all here, and I'm glad you guys could join us. My first question is, of the three of you, which ones had seen this movie before tonight, or before?
I have not.
I
I have not.
have.
I'm
I
guessing
see.
Gorilla probably is.
I've seen
Go ahead.
the remake there that we did there, and that I wasn't not a fan of. That's the one I gave it I gave it an F for the musical part, but if they took the music out, I was giving it an A. It was just the story
Oh,
instead of the music. I don't know
well,
if you
this time
remember
you're going to
that.
get this. Yes, I do. And this time you're going to get the story without the musical, if that helps.
Oh, and this should be an A.
Okay, and Nemesis, I'm guessing, have you seen it?
Yep, I've seen it.
Good, that's a true horror fan. I'm surprised it hasn't been remade more. But in a way, I'm glad it has.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you my rating on it at the end of the film, but yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go ahead and cover. And I definitely want to say hello and thank you to everybody in the chat. And I know thank you guys for being so patient. I ended up talking over myself, and I didn't even address you, and I'm really sorry. And it looks like the first one here was of all people, Mrs. Eden saying hello, Pop. And don't forget to hit that like button. That's right, everybody. Please, if you like what you see tonight, consider hitting the like button, and maybe even sub to my channel if you haven't done this, and share this out for all good intents and purposes. Please share this out to help my channel grow if you feel up to it. And Pleasant Valley Picker says, "Hi, Pop. Just cooking
No.
supper. It sounds yummy."
Oh, we better keep an eye on that guy. He
Yeah, I
seems like
know,
he'll be
right?
trouble.
Hello, Mr. CCTV. I hope you're still around and tuned in. Early movie or musical? This is definitely the early movie that spawned the musical. And PPP says, just wondering how we will watch it. Well, hopefully we're going to watch it live here on YouTube. If not, we've got a backup plan or two up our sleeves. So either way, we should be able to enjoy it. There might be a little bit of a bumpy road at first, but I think it'll smoothen out pretty quickly. And PPP says, is it still a watch party? I haven't seen it. It is still a watch party. The whole point is I was hoping that we could all enjoy it together in sync, watching at the same time. Because it's one of those movies that it's a crowd pleaser, and it's the kind of movie you want to sit in a room with other people and enjoy. At least in my opinion, that is. And Nimbus Beaton says, certainly not a musical, Mr. CCDV. And Mr. CCDV says, I like the musical better, but I used to own the original. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I remember Mr. CCDV. They had a really bad copy on VHS for many, many years. That's all you could get was that really bad copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. But fortunately, the movie ended up getting the respect it deserved. And it has since then been transferred and upgraded to where it is now in 1080p Blu-ray version, and it looks remarkable and better than ever. So I'm glad that happened. In fact, the version I'm going to cover tonight will be a 1080p version, so it'll look better than it was ever intended to be. Pleasant Valley Picker says, "Do I need to go watch it now?" Nope, you can watch it here. PvP says, "Watch it now anyway." Well, at least you watched
Yeah,
18 minutes of it first.
I did.
Miss No Crime there. Mr. CCDV says it is available with commercials. Some subscriptions have it playing. It's on AMC, for instance. Yeah, if you do seek it out later, watch people, you should be able to find it without commercials. Especially considering, like I said, that it is in the public domain. There's no reason for anybody to charge anything to watch it. So if you watch it with commercials, so be it. If you don't, I prefer that for your own good. Pop
I
Cookie
was
says,
able to watch it on the Internet Archive with no commercials the whole way through. It was fine.
yes, I think that's where I watched it too, so Internet Archive. And that's also the 1080p version. So remember that, everybody, if you go to check it out, Internet Movie Archive. PvP says, okay, thanks, Pop. And Mr. CCTV says on Shout TV with no commercials. Subscription, though. I'm a fan of Shout TV. I'm not a fan of commercials per se, but Shout TV has good taste. They have the Carol Burnett Show. They have Mystery Science Theater 3000. So I will say shout out to Shout TV.
Actually, Shout's
Coach,
been. Oh, sorry, Pop. I just
Go
wanted
ahead.
to quickly mention Shout's been streaming a lot on their YouTube channel, a lot of shows lately. And you mentioned Carol Burnett. They have been actually streaming episodes of Carol on here for the last month or two. So I just wanted to give people the heads up. There's a lot of good shows they've been streaming lately, actually.
Right, and really to really mention Carol Burnett, we're getting the complete 90-minute episodes, which have not been seen in literally decades since they were first aired. Because anybody knows Carol Burnett knows that after it went off the air in the late 70s, they cut it up into an hour-long Carol Burnett and Friends. And by doing that, we miss a lot. I mean, not just the dance numbers, but there's also some comedy bits that we miss. So by them restoring it and showing it in the original format, I love it. In fact, the musical versions, I used to moan and groan. And whenever like somebody starts singing, I'd like, oh no, I was a kid, and I'd walk away and go do something else. But now, since I'm an old geezer, and I'm seeing all these people that are long since passed away, this talent, when they come on to sing, I tend to watch it now and enjoy it much more than I did when I was younger. But like I said, I'm an old geezer.
Yeah, I appreciate it now more too. 'Cause when I was a kid, I kind of found it a bit hokey, when I was watching it back in the 60s and 70s. I still watched it, but I thought some of it was kind of hokey. But as I got older, I've actually really grown to appreciate the Harvey Korman and, the whole cast and how goofy and hilarious they could actually be with some of those skits. So it's a pretty worthwhile show for sure. It's a good show.
I mean, think about it. They would pop those things at one every week, and Saturday Night Live can't even come close to the talent and the quality of the humor. None of that.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, it's
for
just,
sure.
yeah, it's incredible. And hello, Sean Carter, my good friend, Sean Carter. Man, excuse me,
Hi, Sean.
monster builder.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, Sean Carter, if you don't know, is a master builder of models, science fiction models, spaceships, things like that. And he's currently got videos coming out, a series of a Klingon battle cruiser, I believe it is. And he's on the Sci-Fi Model Guide. And I definitely encourage everyone to check it out. Amazing, amazing, very detailed work. So, and I'm jealous, Sean. I have to say I'm jealous. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the place in the area to do it and the talent. And hello, Jim's Landscape. Jim's Landscape LLC says hello. And
Hi,
Mr.
Jim.
CCDV says, howdy, folks, says Mr. CCDV. Lemon Pie says, hey, hey. And Sean Carter says, lemon pie. And it looks like Booger. Good morning, all. Hello, Booger. Good to see you there.
Yeah.
Lemon Pie says,
And hey,
hi,
everyone.
414. Yep,
Hi,
that's
guys.
Hi from Gorilla. Lemon Pie says, hey, Sean. And Booger 414 says, Roger Corman directed the first Fantastic Four movie way before the MCU was a thing. Do you guys know anything about that?
No.
I don't actually.
It's a live action Roger Corman. It's a live action Fantastic Four movie. What happened? Well, this is the mid early '80s. I was going to attending the Star Trek conventions at the time, and what happens? The studio owned the rights to Fantastic Four, and they had not done anything with them. They were sitting on them, and they were about ready to lose the rights, and they were going to revert back to Marvel. The studio did not want that to happen, so they went to Roger Corman because they knew that he could make a movie on the relatively cheap. And they said, we want you to make a Fantastic Four movie. And of course, they gave them very little money to do it with. Because remember, it was not, they did not want to produce to go to theater, or they didn't want to produce to go to videotape at the time. They only wanted it produced so they could keep the copyrights. So Roger Corman made the movie. He completed the whole movie. He had the cast. But unfortunately, nobody told them that it was just to keep the rights. So the actors, the director, the writers, they in earnest all thought that it was a serious movie. It was going to go to the theaters. Maybe it was their chance to make it famous. But the movie came out, and nope. Of course, it did not get released to the theaters. Was not seen at all, which was a tragedy. But the only time, in fact, I remember at the time, oops. Hello, Mr. CCTV. Good to see you there. Welcome.
Hi. Yeah,
I couldn't
there's a
Good to see
authenticate.
you.
I couldn't authenticate. I'm not sure if it's Mr. CCDV.
oh, for God's sake.
I
Okay,
think it
fine.
is.
I'll switch it.
You're still
Uh-oh. Oh
traumatized, bro, from
no.
the other.
Hey,
No.
no. If I let
Hey,
anybody
my
on
son
any
was
panels anymore, I'm making sure they're authenticated.
my son was
Mr.
staying
CTV.
with me for a couple of months, and he used my computer sometimes, so a lot of my passwords have been changed. And so I just
Oh,
got back onto my YouTube account, and apparently half of my avatars are gone. So I'm stuck with Sergeant First Class. I apologize for that, everybody.
No, I'm just
no
kidding.
need to apologize, and we understand. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was just giving you a crap because I had an incident there just the other day on my channel. So,
Well, anyway, what
So
I was
with
going to
the
say is there's a great documentary on that Roger Corman version of the Fantastic Four, and it's got the
yes,
original
there is.
cast in it. Yeah, it's a great. It's documentaries. I'm a boring guy.
Oh no, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, and to answer what you're all wondering, yes, it's good. It was like I said, it did not have a lot of money, but I can tell you in all earnest and honesty, it's better than any of the Fantastic Four movies that we got out of Fox. It's closer to the source material. Excuse me. It's more like reading one of the original comic books, and it's well, all with, and it doesn't have any of the sarcasm, the cynicism, none of the woke garbage of today. Because, like I said, it was the 1980s,
So was it ever
and
released?
uh, it was not released professionally at the theaters or on video. But I remember when I was going to the Star Trek conventions, it popped up in bootleg versions, and of course I had to
Right?
buy it.
Yeah,
There was a
that's
few.
all. That's all that it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that's the only way I was able to see it. There was a few movies that kind of went that route. Robot Jox was another one. But now you can find it. Now you may not be able to find it on any of the main streaming sites like Tubi or any of those because I think they mostly show licensed stuff. But I'm sure if anybody ever sails the high seas or Gorilla, if you ever search it out,
It would
go
not
ahead.
surprise me if some YouTube channel guy actually put the entire movie up on his channel and put like, you know, um, the free use Jawa or something on it.
Well, yeah,
But yeah,
I had not looked on YouTube.
The Fantastic Four movie was literally put on a shelf. And so there was one bootleg copy that got copied all over, and it was sold at cons all over the country for several
Yep.
years. It's probably available somewhere online. I've never watched it myself.
Oh, it's a shame. It is a good movie. I'm sure eventually it ended up making recouping most of its costs because it was like I said, it was never released to the theaters or professionally at the video stores, but through the bootleg copies, I saw people paying upwards of almost $100 a copy for that thing. So there was the want to see it and the need, and I do highly recommend it. In fact, I'll tell you guys what. I'll make a note to myself. After the stream is over, I will go and search for it and see if I can find a free streaming copy, and then I'll post it in my community tab on my website. So keep checking back, look for the alerts, and you should see an alert out there soon. I'll make sure you guys see it one way or another. If I don't find it on those websites for you guys to watch, I'll try to get a copy myself, and maybe we could do a live stream of it like we're doing here tonight. Similarly, it may have to be unfortunately on Cosme, but I don't know. But we'll talk about that when we get there. So yeah, let's plan on that. We'll cover the original 1980s Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. So I'll get you something to get you excited there. And by the way, thank you, Roger, for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. Excellent point. And Booker 414 says, I have Little Shop of Horrors on VHS. Yes, it's been through so many different versions and copies. Lemon Pie says, hi, Pop, Gorilla Nemesis PvP. And Lemon Pie says, hi, CCDB.
Hey, Lemon.
And Lemon Pie says, Jim. And Mr. CCDB says, I remember watching Piranha as a kid. I was a swimmer too. Yes, Roger Corman produced the Piranha movies as well.
Yeah, and I was.
So you'll see a lot of. Yeah, you'll see a lot of references to a lot of Roger Corman movies on this stream tonight. Like I said, yes, we're going to be doing a live viewing of Little Shop of Horrors, but this is also about a tribute to the man and the movie maker. What's up, Lemon Pie, says Mr. CCDB. And Jim's Landscape says, hi, Lemon Pie. And the Phantom Boomer, hello, Phantom Boomer. Howdy, Lemon Pie. Jim's Landscape LLC, Commodore Productions. Damn it. Sean Carter, Booker 414, and Mr. CCDB. And Lemon Pie says, Phantom. And Jim says, hi to Phantom Boomer Explorers. Damn it. And Mr.
Damn
CCDB,
it.
I'll keep calling him a Centennial. I always lose track of what those labels are.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was talking about Roger Corman. I was talking about Roger Corman because he was only 98. I'm still going to call him a Centennial.
Only 98.
Anyway.
That's right. Give him credit.
He was only 98.
And the good thing is he was all there clear to the very end. He was working right up to the end. So bless him for that. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, and Doctor Who is waving hello, Matt G. So good to see you. And Taylor Swift says, MST3K. Yes, that's another thing. If you're a fan of Roger Corman, you will love MST3000. And on the other flip of that coin, if you like MST3000, you will love Roger Corman. Many of his movies made it there, and nobody even came close. Were as good as mocking movies as MST3K. I recommend you check out The Teenage Caveman.
That, my friend, is the reason that I have a Shout Factory subscription that goes along with my Amazon subscription, so that I can watch all the old MST3K.
Same here. I find myself watching it all the time. It's a shame that they tried to bring it back, but it was woke, and they ruined it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
the Netflix one, that was it was all right.
Oh.
But the guys who did MST3K, they also do
the originals.
Well, they do something called riff tracks now.
Yes, they do riff tracks, and there's another one. Riff tracks, I think, is with Mike, right? And then there's another one,
Mike
Cinema
Nelson,
something, right? Mike Nelson, and then there's another one called Cinema something. I can't remember that thing, but it has Joel in it.
Yeah, they were doing a costume thing where they would wear coveralls and talk about the movie with their faces on screen. It wasn't quite as good, but it was the same three guys. Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. Same three guys.
Yes. And they also have, which I've never, unfortunately, been able to manage. This is a good example, everybody, is, don't put things away or don't put things off until it's too late. For years, I keep telling myself that I want to go see one of the live performances of MST3K, because they travel city to city now, where they'll show the movie up on the big screen, and then 3 or 4 of the hosts that are actually riffing the movie, or standing right down below at a podium, riffing it live during the movie. And for many years, I keep saying, I'm going to do that. I got to go do that. I got to go do that. And I never did. And now I probably won't. So that's a good example, is never put off something until it's too late. You will regret it. Mr. CCTV says, Bradbury, I hope you didn't like the remake of Fahrenheit 451. Honestly, I didn't see it because I'm afraid it's going to be a travesty. I'm a big fan of the original But yeah, I have not seen the remake yet. So
Well,
maybe that's
obviously,
a good thing.
if you've read the book, then obviously the first version of it was a hell of a lot better than what they came out with a few years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
honestly,
Francois Truffaut, or was that the guy that
the
made it?
original
Yeah, it
was
was some French
yeah,
guy.
the
Yeah.
original.
Really good film,
I'll bring
actually. I
back.
enjoyed that film
Yeah,
because I don't
yeah, right.
think that was a big. Oh, sorry, Pop. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, that was right. Um, Francois Truffaut and Ray Bradbury actually worked on it. I don't think
Oh,
from this point forward, I don't think I'll ever watch anything that has Ray Bradbury's name on it because if he's not involved, I'm not interested.
Right. If he's
mm.
not involved, you're not interested. Like the Martian Chronicles when they did that, when they turned that
Oh,
into a TV series. Oh,
yeah,
that
the
was
miniseries.
fantastic. Yeah.
It was like good and bad. They didn't have some of the good short stories like in There Will Come Soft Rains and some of those, and they added a couple of their own. So I would say it's a mixed bag, but it still is enjoyable overall. In fact, the book of the Martian Chronicles, that was my gateway drug to Ray Bradbury. That was my first time I
You
had ever read
gateway
anything with his
drug.
name on it. Yep. After I read that, I was hooked for life, and I read everything he wrote until
Oh,
he died.
yeah. When I was a teenager, my mom made me read Heinlein, Asimov, and Bradbury. She did not
Oh,
include Arthur C.
nice.
Clarke. She did not include Arthur C. Clarke. I think she thought he was boring.
Ah, I wish all parents were like that. That's excellent.
Turn your tablet off.
Of course, that was before we had Twitter and social garbage that we have now.
Well, yeah. My kids were all over the place, no matter how much I tried to show them.
Well, from what I've seen, I've only met your son, but he seems very intelligent. Mr. CCTV says Landon. I remember that. Oh, yes.
Yeah, the werewolf thing. I love seeing Landon turn
Yes.
into the werewolf. That's awesome.
Yes. Right. The sound of the school bell would make him turn into the werewolf. So it wasn't a full moon, it was the sound of the bell ringing. Mr. CCTV says, well, I remember watching it. I wasn't alive then. Dang. Oh, yeah, same here. There's a lot back then that, well, I didn't come out until, or I didn't come out. I wasn't born until 64. So obviously there's a lot that Corman produced before I was made, or before I was born, sorry. But I've made it my mission in life to go back and watch as much as that he made as I could. I'm sorry, everybody. I took my pain pills, so you're going to notice me verbally making mistakes again, and I hate it's so embarrassing that happens. And Booger 414 says, that's only we have a graveyard shift. That's why we have a graveyard shift. And Booger says, if they pulled the string, they were called a dead ringer. Oh, that's true. Yes, you're very right. You're very
yeah,
right.
you guys were talking about people being buried when they were still alive.
Buried alive.
There was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a thing where they would used to put a string in the coffin and have a bell on top. So if the bell rang, they would dig up the coffin.
And some of them were buried with poison. Some of them with little pistols. So it really makes for good fiction, that's for sure. That's not a way I would want to go. And Mr. CCTV says, those out of graves can still be found in the old Eastern graveyards. Yeah, they probably can. You're right. It's just not here in the U.S., obviously, because this is a lot of what happened before America was founded. But yeah, I'm sure the graveyards are still around.
There's not too many vampire stories in the United States. They usually take place in Eastern Europe. But I think the bells on strings were a thing in the east of the United States back in the 18th century.
East Coast.
I may be mistaken. Yeah, the East Coast. I may be mistaken.
That's fine, and I'm not really sure myself. And Ola Greg says...
It was a Midwestern thing.
Midwestern thing? Yeah. Have you ever seen a gorilla where you're at?
we don't have any graves around here, but it has happened in like the Missouri area, Indiana, and Illinois area.
Wait,
Those
you have no
areas.
graves around your area or no graves with strings?
No graves with strings. If they
Okay,
did,
gotcha.
then they're long deteriorated by now.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to go
Right.
take
I've
the
been.
bucket off.
Well, that's what I would say. I went to the curated ones, right? You go to the Witch Museum when you're in the East Coast if you get the chance, right? I mean, I grew up on the West Coast. I was in the Army for a long time. I got stationed on the East Coast. I went and saw stuff while I was there because I knew I'd probably never get to the East Coast while I was a civilian. So I figured I'd do everything while I was there.
That's a good idea. That would be a good prank to troll on people. When I take the bucket, have them put a string and a bell on my grave and say, "If you need me, just ring."
There was a guy that when he got buried there, they put a speaker in his they put a speaker in his coffin there. Someone did, and when they get ready to lower down the ground, yeah, it is his voice coming out of it. He recorded this all before he dies. He goes, "Hello, hello," and then you hear knocking sound the whole time. He goes, "It's Bucky here.
Oh
Help me out.
man!
Bucky's here. Help me out."
Oh, that's great. Talk about a sense of humor, eh? That's a great sense of humor. Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I give them props for that.
Yeah, I got
Well,
it.
the
What a
great thing, if
sense
a
of humor.
patient recovers, right? If the patient recovers after you declare them dead, do you still get credit for saving them?
I've
Well, I
known a
guess they
lot of
wouldn't know
doctors
unless.
who would.
No, better question is if the doctor declares you dead and you recover, does that mean your debt's all been wiped away?
Ooh,
No,
even
I'm afraid
better.
not.
Damn.
Afraid not. Mr. CCTV says,
Oh,
"Soggy boobs," and I'll just keep watching porn. Soggy
yeah.
boobs.
This was the X-ray glasses conversation.
Yes.
Sorry.
Right. That'd be my luck if I was a doctor. I'd be working on old folks. Ola Greg says, "Hello, everyone. Hello, Ola Greg." Mr. CCTV says, "Good question, Ola Greg." And Ola Greg says, "Roger Corman movie, rest in peace." Yeah. Mr. CCTV says, "Smoke if you may got him. My house is a smoke-free house."
Yeah. My typing
Ola
is
Greg
bad.
says, well, so is mine. I can only do it with one hand right now. Ola Greg says, "Pod Gorilla is sounding better all the time. Soon nobody will notice the difference."
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been sounding good lately. Sounds good tonight. Yeah, sounds good tonight. Mr. CDB says, "Well, tobacco and pot anyway." And Ola Greg says, toke up, man. Toke up. Keith, hello, Keith. Welcome. Okay, just stepping by to hit the like button and listen for a little bit. Very cool. I hope you enjoy the stream. And Ola Greg says, "Thanks, Keith." And hello, LDG. Hello, LDG. LDG has freethenet.net/underground. I hope I said that right. I hope I didn't butcher it. And he's waving, and it's good to see you, buddy. And Mr. CCTV says, "Right, smoke free means no smoke. Oops. Smoke anytime, house." That's what I meant. Right. And Jim says, "Hi, LDG." And Booger414 says, "These hybrid streaming cable networks are showing some cool classic programs." Yeah, they are. Yeah, they know they've lost people when it comes to all the new garbage that they're producing. And that's why even some of the movie theaters are starting to pull out classic movies. Right now they're showing, well, I don't know what I consider classic, but they're showing one of the original Star Wars movies. And I think they're bringing out some of the original Star Trek, like Wrath of Khan, I think they were showing. So every now and then, if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll see one of those pop up. And Nem Sabine says, leaves a link to this movie on the Internet Archive. Thank you for doing that, Nemesis. And Booker414 says, "As adults, we appreciate different parts variety shows than we did as kids. Yes, that's so true. And then Sabine drops another link there for Sean Carter's channel, the Sci-Fi Model Guy. So yeah, that's another one. Everybody, take a look at the amazing work that Sean produces. And hi, Booger, says Jim. And then Sabine puts another link there to Jim's channel, Commodore Productions. And Jim says, hi, Eden Pop PvP and that crazy gorilla. And Booger 414 says, I love the bootleg tables at convention dealers' rooms. I have bought several movies there. Yes, I completely agree with you. Sometimes they'll be highly expensive, but I always head right over there when I do see them.
Hey, Jim.
That's not what I wanted. I know somebody just came back. Okay. Booger 414 says, I found a couple of copies of Fantastic Four here on YouTube. Also found the trailer and a documentary. Thank you, Booger. I appreciate that for pointing that out. Okay, I think we're caught up on the chat. I believe so. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink. Go ahead and chat around, y'all. Say whatever you want to say. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I guess they got the Phantom Menace back in theaters here. It looks like I just took a quick look. Not my favorite Star Wars movie though. I remember seeing that when it first came out, and I think I'll take a pass. Ever seeing it again, I was not happy with that movie. Jar Jar Binks. Ugh.
I honestly don't know how old the panel is, so I'm just gonna say it. I saw the Phantom Menace when I got back from Bosnia.
Yeah. Hey, PvP.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a war. Sure.
I got a movie that'll make you feel so much better about the Phantom Menace that you'll want to watch that instead.
Okay.
Just wait. Actually, I should make you watch it since you called me a Canadian.
I said you were an honorary Canadian. I never said you were one.
Yeah.
There's a difference, Gorilla. Hey, you called me an honorary American or whatever on one of your streams, so come on.
Yeah, but that's a compliment.
Well, yeah, well, I gave you a compliment too. Hey, none of that now. None of that.
Silly Canadians always wandering around the American streams. Whatever. So there I was. No shit. Thinking I'd watch a Roger Corman movie, and here we are, what, an hour later, and we're still talking to the chat. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I wonder if Pop is going to start the stream soon, because I don't know how long people are going to be hanging around, because it is an hour in now. But I imagine Pop will get to it before too long, hopefully. Let's see here.
Yes. I actually
I mean, this one's special, right? Like, Jesus Christ. We're doing a tribute to Roger Corman versus just doing a straight review. So, I mean, we can be a little lenient on the chat and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, if you guys all have, X and all that stuff, you can advertise it as soon as the movie starts. I'm sure you guys have all done that before. You've all got wrenches. I don't. So.
Not everybody here has a Twitter account. I know some of us do, some don't. Most do, I think, but I don't want to speak for everybody. Okay. So we are going on about an hour since the stream started. So perhaps now is a good time to get into the subject of tonight's show. Got my fingers crossed, like I said, everybody. I'm going to try to stream this first from my computer, hoping it'll work. Hopefully we won't have too many difficulties. If not, we have a couple backup plans. Gorilla's got a link or two there standing by if we need to go through that route. Either way, we should be able to get it to work.
If you do need to go that route, I'll drop off and turn my computer off. That way there won't be
No,
any
you shouldn't have to.
restriction.
No. Our streaming, who's on it and who's watching, has nothing to do with the streaming itself.
Well, I know, but
No,
you're going
that,
to play the movie, right?
that shouldn't
Or
make
I
any
could host
difference.
a movie so you can watch it also.
Either way, but I don't want to see you have to leave. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it. So let's try it first and see what happens. It may not even work. Like last night, Mr. CCTV, I was just trying to show a video clip, and it wouldn't work, and you weren't even on there. So it has nothing to do with whether you're on there or not. It works. Sometimes it doesn't. I never know. It's a hit and miss.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what happens. And remember, here's another thing too. If you remember, everybody, this is a live stream, so we can hear you while the movie is playing. So if you're going to be making a lot of noise or anything like that, please mute your mic so that it doesn't drown out the movie. And keep your comments to a minimum.
And conversation. Okay.
Right. I mean, obviously, you're allowed to comment and say things during the movie, but please don't try to talk over it and interrupt the experience for other people. Okay. I hope this works. I've been hoping to. I got all this anticipation built up.
Nice avatar of the Swedish chef there.
Oh, thank you. LDG actually made this avatar for me. That's my real face with my real facial hair.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Well, not the eyebrows, obviously.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, hey!
All right.
My name is Sergeant Joe Fink, working the 24-hour shift out of homicide. And this is my workshop, the part of town that everybody knows about, but that nobody wants to see. Where the tragedies are deeper, the ecstasy's wilder, and the crime rate consistently higher than anywhere else. Skid Row, my beat.
Bob, you want me to make this full screen?
Sure. I don't know if people did that themselves or you have to do it, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, that
even
didn't
better,
make much of a difference. That didn't make much of a difference.
No, but it is better. Thank you.
The most terrifying period in the history of my beat began in a little run-down floor shop called Mushnick's.
Good morning, Mrs. Shiva. How's things today?
Oh, the same as usual, Mr. Mushnick. My sister's nephew, Stanley, died in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, what happened?
He got blown up. Who knows how?
That's nice. Well, you would like, maybe as usual, some flowers for the funeral.
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
I thought possibly, because I always give to you all my funeral business, maybe you should possibly give to me, a little cut rate.
Look on me, Mrs. Shiva. What am I, a philatelist? I sell on Skid Row nothing but cheap carnations. And I should give you a cut rate. I can't even afford water for the flowers. To my throat, I would be giving a cut.
I dreamt I dwelt in marble halls with vassals.
Get up from the back! Excuse me, Mrs. Shiver. That's Seymour.
He's a nice boy.
Why don't you let him see?
What? See? Look, here I got a new customer. Brand new in the vest. I should let the cleanup boy, but I can't even afford chase him out right away. Flower as fresh as the springtime mushnicks. Hello? Oh, hello, Dr. Farb. What can I do for you today?
Listen, Mushnik, I haven't got much time. Send me over 2 gladiolas and a fern.
Excellent. That's 2 dozen glads, 1 potted fern.
No, Mushnik. 2 gladiolas and 1 fern.
You want I should put 2 gladiolas in the pot with the ferns?
No, 1 fern, 1 piece. Altogether, 3 pieces. I need it for my waiting room.
Yeah, it's a filling canal.
What?
A filling canal.
Good, I'll drill a bigger hole.
You mean you want 2 crummy gladiolas and 1 crummy fern? What kind of a decoration is that?
Listen, it's my flower budget for the week. Mushnik. Who can be a dentist on Skid Row?
All right, excellent. I'll send Seymour right away. Who am I to argue with science?
Make it snappy. Now you are going to get it. Oh, you are going to get it. Look.
Seymour Krellboyne? Now, Mrs. Shiver, we were talking for beautiful flowers, but the little...
funeral.
Did you call me Mr. Mushnick?
No, I was calling John D. Rockefeller to make a loan on my Rolls Royce.
Sorry I said it.
Now, look, Seymour. You take 2 gladiolas. You'll cut nice and even. You'll take 1 fern. You'll wrap them in a package, and you'll take them to Dr. Farr. Right? Well, go already! Now, what can I do for you, sir?
My name is Burson Fudge.
Excellent. I am Gravis Mushnick.
Oh, that's a good one.
Now, who's going to get my roses?
I'll take care of you, Mrs. Shiver. Come right over here.
You would like maybe some orchids for a nice girl?
No, I think I'd like a couple of dozen carnations.
Carnations.
A person can't turn around these days that somebody shouldn't drop dead.
You've had more than your share of bad luck, Mrs. Shiver.
Bad luck, she calls it. You should have so many people kick off. You'd have somebody fall on top of you, too.
What about the carnations?
You said you wanted some roses.
Yeah, for Stanley.
My carnations.
You should see what that Seymour is. Oh, here are your carnations. Wait, I'll wrap them for you.
No, that's all right. I'll leave them here.
Why not? Of course, what else? They are all right?
Well, I've had better.
Well, this is a small shop.
Oh, that's okay. You know, those big places, they're full of pretty flowers, expensive flowers. And when you raise them for looks and smell, you're bound to lose some food value. I like to eat these little out-of-the-way places.
Oh! Such a thing, eating flowers.
Look, don't knock it until you try it, huh? Look what happened.
This is what I was trying to tell you before. Look on him, everybody. Look at the quality of his work. I ask you, when I fire him, where is he going to get such another good job?
You mean I'm fired?
No, I'm electing you president from the United States. Yes, you are fired.
Gravis, you can't do that.
Who can't?
I didn't mean it.
You didn't mean it. You never mean it. You didn't mean it the time you put up the bouquet with the get well card in the funeral parlor and sent the black lilies to the old lady in the hospital. You didn't mean it. But this time, I, Gravis Mushnick, mean it.
He means it.
But gee, Mr. Mushnick, don't I always try to do what's right? And I'm crazy about flowers. I like flowers almost as much as Audrey does.
Excellent, you're fired.
Why don't you give him a chance to resurrect himself?
I give him a chance to quit.
I ain't gonna quit.
You're a brave boy, you're fired.
But that ain't fair, Mr. Mushnick. You know what I'm doing? I'm working on a special surprise plant just for you. I'm growing a plant like you ain't never seen before.
Excellent. I can't even sell the plants I got in my shop. Out, you.
Now, wait a minute. If he's got a new kind of plant, you ought to look at it.
I don't look on flowers, Mr. Yellow Vest. I got ancestors in the flower business for 200 years, but I got one shop on Skid Row, one stinking shop. I don't even like flowers.
No, you don't understand what I mean. Look, I've eaten in flower shops all over the world. And I've noticed that the places that have the most weird and unusual plants do the best business.
See?
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 What is this, a tango? All right. Explain me more.
Well, I remember one place that had a whole wall covered with poison ivy. The people came from miles around to look at that wall, and they stayed to buy.
The owner got rich.
No. He scratched himself to death in an insane asylum.
Oh, that was my cousin Harry.
All right. All right. You go home and you get this fancy schmancy plant and you bring it back here. And if Mr. Yellow Vest Fouch says it's a draw, you still got a job. If he don't, out you go to both of you, right?
Don't worry, you'll like it. You'll see.
KSIK. You've been listening to Music for Old Invalids. Our next selection is entitled Sick Room Serenade.
Seymour, is that you?
Yeah, Ma.
Come in here, look at my tongue.
But, Ma, I already seen your tongue.
Have you no sympathy for your poor mother? Laughing at her and mocking her illness, and she's got one foot in the grave?
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Oh, you never mean it. Oh, come on, look at my tongue.
A tongue's a tongue, Ma. They all look the same to me.
Oh, did you stop at Dr. Mallard's and get the results of my tests?
Yeah, he said there's nothing wrong with you.
Oh, not Dr. Mallard. He's one doctor I thought would tell the truth.
He said you should be playing fullback for the Rams.
He wants me dead. I'll bet he's assistant coroner.
Ma, I gotta go.
And I know I've got my goiters coming back. I can feel it every morning after breakfast.
Yeah, that's when you take those great...
What you got, a little surprise for me?
Open it up and see.
All right. Dr. Slurp's famous tonic. Wait here. To be taken internally or externally for pain and neuritis, neuralgia, headache. If hit by a truck, call your physician. Alcoholic content, 98%. Oh, Seymour, you'll never know what this is going to do for me. Oh, I can feel that surge of warm health going through me already.
Look, Ma, I gotta get my plant and hurry back to the shop.
You mean that lousy weed out in the kitchen?
Yeah, and if Mr. Mushnick doesn't like it, he's gonna fire me.
Apparently, my hearing's going out on me. I get the distinct impression that your job security depends on what Mushnick thinks of that thing.
Gee, it looks worse than it did this morning when I went to work. I wish I knew what to do with it.
Well, if you asked me, I'd pitch it out in the trash. I don't like my house cluttered up with rotten vegetables.
Look, Ma, I gotta hurry. Can I bring you anything?
Oh, yeah. Bring me the evening news. They're running a self-diagnosis contest. The winner gets to go to Mayo Clinic.
Bye, Ma.
Bye, son. I'll see you the rosy edge of dawn. Drink to me, old freeway at thine eyes, and I will...
Hey, put this on my bill.
Here it is, everybody. What do you think of it?
Well, it sure is different.
It looks delicious, but don't you think it's kind of stale?
Well, it hasn't been feeling too well.
You call that a fancy plant? It looks like it never spent an LT day in its entire life.
I don't care. I like it anyway.
You like even skunk cabbage.
Yeah. What kind of a plant is this, Seymour?
Well, I'm not sure. I got the seeds from a Japanese gardener over on Central Avenue. He found them in with an order he got from a plantation next to a cranberry farm.
Fine. I don't even know what is this plant you're growing.
Well, I gave it a name.
What name?
Oh, gee.
What? You gave it a dirty name? You can't even mention it?
Well, I named it Audrey Jr.
You named it after me. Oh, really? That's the most exciting thing anyone's ever done to me.
You poor kid. I don't think it's so much I should keep on spending $10 a week on your salary.
But, Gravis, he named it after me.
I know, and if they keep it, they'll name it Mushnick's Folly because I'll be in jail for non-payment of taxes.
Are you crazy?
Who?
You. That's probably the only plant of its kind in the world. Don't you realize if Seymour can nurse that thing back to health, you'll have people coming here from all over?
You think so, you Fouch?
I know so, you Mushnick. Now, that's all I'm saying on the subject. Besides, I've got to get home. My wife's making gardenias for dinner.
Good night, you pal.
Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. crazy about kosher flowers.
He's a nice man.
Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he's not so stupid. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep you and this dumbbell junior for a week. If you can noise it back to Elk, you both can stay. If you can't, you're both fired.
Oh, gee, thank you, Mr. Mushnick.
Don't feel sad, Seymour.
Don't waste your pity on me, Audrey. I'm not worth it.
Who says you're not?
Everybody.
Yeah, I know. But I think you're a fine figurative of a man, and I know that Audrey Jr. will be the sweetest thing in the whole wide world.
Well, I don't know. I've given it every kind of fancy fertilizer and atomic plant food and distilled mineral water you can buy, but it just gets sicker and sicker.
Don't worry. You're going to be another Luther Glendale.
Pasadena.
Burbank. Good night, Seymour.
Night, Audrey. What's the matter, little plant? Haven't I done everything I could for you? Where did I goof? You're the first little plant I ever tried to grow, and if you die, I don't know what I'll do. Please don't die. I'll get you some water, okay? You opened up just like you do every night at sunset. I wish I knew how to make you grow. Here, let me move this out of your way so you can breathe. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Hey, what happened? How come you woke up? Blood? You like blood? Oh, you must be kidding. Well, we'll see. What I'm doing for you. Ow! Oh, who would have thought it? Well, I guess there's just no accounting for people's tastes.
Look on him, Audrey. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he delicious? Isn't he got the $2 raise? What happened to your fingers?
Bee stings. So how come I'm all of a sudden so wonderful?
5 bees, one for each finger?
10 bees. Did you say I was getting a $2 raise?
Correct, my very excellent Seymour. 10 bees.
What did I do now?
Don't you know what you did? Just look.
Oh, boy, look at that. It grew. It's almost a foot long.
Isn't it empirical?
It grows like a cold sore from the lip. Oh, hello, young pretty ladies. What can Gravis Mushnick do for you?
Well, we saw your sign outside. About the Audrey Jr. So we thought we'd come in and take a look.
Well, give a look.
That makes 4 people today who've come in just to look at it.
Oh, Dick, Shirley. Is that just too much? Oh, what kind of...
It's an Audrey Jr.
Where was it you got in trouble with 10 bees?
Well, is that all? I mean, doesn't it have a scientific name?
Yes, of course, but who could denounce it? You would like maybe to buy something.
Well, we don't have any money, except $2,000. But that's just to spend on flowers.
So we don't have any of our own.
Isn't that a drag?
You got just $2,000 just to spend on flowers?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Who died? The Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we're from Cucamonga High School. We're building a float for the Rose Bowl parade. Which is made out of flowers. Thousands of them. And we're on the committee that picks the florist.
And then glues on the flowers.
Gee, that sure is a mad plant. Wow, yeah.
Seymour here invented it.
He did.
Thousands of flowers. Girls, please don't damage the horticulturist. Tell me, how come you don't buy all these thousands of flowers from Gravis Mushnick? My flowers got something the others don't.
What's that?
They're cheap.
Well, gee, if your shop is good enough to develop the Audrey Jr., I guess it can get us everything we need. Yeah, we'll talk it over with the rest of the committee.
Excellent.
Well, we gotta run now. Bye, all. Bye, Seymour.
Bye. Bye, girls. A son. A son. Look, Audrey. I got a son.
Oh, gee, Mr. Mushnick.
What, Mr. Mushnick? I don't want you should call me Mr. Mushnick anymore. I want you should call me Dad.
Okay, Dad.
Isn't that beautiful?
Seymour Boyne, come over here, my son. I want to talk on you about the future. Look on this fly trap. Look on it. Soon we got no more Skid Row. We will be rich, us. I am building for you a giant greenhouse in which you are making impossible flowers, which in turn I am selling at ridiculous prices in my giant new flower saloon in Beverly Hills. Do you see that big sign in the sky? It is saying, Gravis Mushnik in French.
Isn't it exciting? And we'll have an orchestra right by the cash register. And Gravis will wave his arms. And the orchestra will play Mendelssohn's spring song. And I'll come out in a gown wrapped by somebody expensive and say,
The carnations are $600 a dozen, 2 dozen for $1,000. It's a bargain.
get 'em while they last.
Stop shouting! My Uncle Mush's brother Yankel just passed away, Tenafly, New Jersey. Tell me, how much are the carnations today?
The carnations are $600 a dozen.
And why are they letting him run around loose?
Please excuse my son, Mrs. Shiver. Just point to anything in the store and it is yours.
I mean,
That's right.
the cash register maybe, huh?
Wait a minute. Here are several dozen carnations on the house, courtesy of Gravis Mushnik, the Bloom Tycoon.
That's my dad.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Only tell me, why are you so happy? Not only did my Uncle Mush's brother Yankel die, Tenafly, New Jersey. You should also give some flowers to that poor dead plant there. Good morning, Mr. Mushnik. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Shiver.
Look what happened to my plant, Dad.
Who are you calling Dad? Who?
Oh, no. And it was so beautiful just a few seconds ago.
Excellent. Just a few seconds ago, I gave away dozens of carnations free to Mrs. Shiver.
I didn't mean it.
You have perhaps an explanation.
No, but if you give me a minute, I'll think of one.
I can see it all now. We are in the poorhouse. That big sign in the sky, it is reading, Seymour Krelboyne, rest in peace, in Arabic.
Well, you've got to give him another chance.
You promised me a week, Mr. Mushnick. I'll sit up all night with that plant. It'll be healthy in the morning. You'll see. I promise. I promise.
Feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
Who said that? You said that. You said that.
Feed me.
You said that. You can talk. I got a talking plant. Say it again. Oh, boy. I've never been to college and I ain't been around much. But I'd have been willing to bet there's such thing as a talking plant. But I'll take your word for it. Gee, Junior, I'd like to feed you. But I used up all my fingers. I'm all cut to pieces. But maybe I can find another drop here someplace. That's the best I can do.
More.
I'm already anemic.
Feed me more.
Gee, Junior, I'd be happy to give you anything I got, but I gotta keep a little blood for myself or I'll be in worse shape than Mom. I'm sorry, Junior. Well, I'll go for a walk. Maybe I'll think of something.
Looks like it's frozen up. Sorry, everyone. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I hate to complain, but
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Let me add it back.
yeah, my end it's looking like 144p or something. It's really blurry. I hate to mention it, but
How does it look now?
not much better. I still.
I don't know what happened.
Oh no! Workplace accident.
Look, Chowhound, don't bother me. I got problems of my own. Feed me. I'm sorry, pal. I'm fresh out of blood. Talk to somebody else. I'm hungry. I don't care what you are. Can't you see I'm knocked out? I just killed a man. I'm a murderer. You think it's fun to be a murderer? You think it's fun to haul around a sack full of food? Oh, no, Junior. What kind of guy do you think I am? I'm starved. Well, maybe just a snack. That looks great.
Now, that is what I call a salad. What do you call that salad?
Cesarean.
Well, before the next course, I think I'll have a nice cigar. All right? You would like maybe a cigar? You don't smoke cigars. What am I thinking about? Where are the matches? Oh, you know what I found? I'm looking for the matches, and I found I left the money in the other suit.
Here's your mock chicken legs.
You don't have any money?
So what else is new?
All right. I made a mistake. After all, a man is entitled.
Go on, this is your story. I'll wait for the punch.
Don't get smart with me, girlie. I'll have you know that in my shop in the cash register, I'm having the total day's receipts, which is summing up to more than $9. You'll bring the rest of the food, then I'll go to the shop and get the money.
You're playing my favorite song. Now look here, Buster. One of you is going to go down right now and get the loot, while the other one stays here until the first one gets back, if you get what I mean.
Oh, fine. In this fancy schmancy restaurant, you are holding hostages, right?
All right.
Excellent. You eat up, Audrey. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Bye, Gravis.
to be jolly. La 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La la la.
You flush now, right?
Bring me whiskey, rum, wine, gin, bourbon,
What?
scotch, rye, tequila, sake, manischewitz.
Did you bring the money?
Don't bug me with the money. I got to get drunk now.
What flipped him?
I don't know.
Here, take it. Bring me anything. Bring me everything. Creme de mint. Everything you got.
Okay.
Gravis, what happened?
Don't ask.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ghosts I could handle. Don't ask.
Why don't you tell me? Maybe I could help you.
Help you couldn't.
Try and eat something. It'll calm your aggravation.
In mine own shop. Audrey, you wouldn't believe it.
I wish you'd break out and tell me.
All right, I'll tell you tomorrow, right after I am telling the police.
But Mushnick didn't come to the police. If he had, that might have been the finish of the unhappy story. It was not.
Hi, Gravis. $85 with the business already, and we barely opened.
What did I tell you? You wouldn't be interested in selling a half interest in this place, huh?
Mr. Mushnick.
We talked to the committee, and they said we could use your flower on the float. And guess what? We're going to feature Audrey Jr.
Right on top.
Boy.
Can't you just picture it?
I can picture
Oh, won't the people just eat it up?
Eat up the people.
And we're going to have the big part of it open, so she can sit in it.
Who?
The queen, with her crown and scepter. She'll be so cute. Oh, you could just eat her up.
Eat up the girl.
Oh, there's Seymour! Oh, Seymour!
I got a toothache. Leave me alone.
You. Come
Oh, my jaw! I got a toothache. It hurts. Oh, let go of my jaw. Oh.
Now, Seymour, talk on me.
I got a toothache. What do you want to talk about?
That plant, is that a nice subject for to talk?
The plant is great. It's 4 times bigger than it was yesterday.
I saw. How come the plant is now so big?
I don't know. But look at all them people out there. We only been open a half hour and we already done $70 worth of business.
85. Now look, Seymour. You gave this plant a fancy name, Audrey Jr., but I want to know right now, what do just people call it?
Well, it's a cross between a butterworth and a Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. And what are the habits of this Venus flytrap?
Well, the book says it eats insects. It eats them 3 times in its life, and then it's full grown.
Excellent. And how many times is this one eat?
Well, once or twice.
You don't remember?
Well, this is kind of an unusual type flytrap.
That is a possibility.
It may never eat again. I don't see how it could get any bigger.
Then you think it don't need any more flies?
Yeah. Oh, my tooth is just killing me.
All right, excellent. You run along to the dentist. I'll take care of things here.
Thanks, boy.
Gravis, we've got to order more flowers. Tons of them.
I'm making lots of money.
Bill up to date, you deadbeat. No, sniveling dog, then none. I'm glad I heard you. I'm glad. Seymour. You get in there. So, you are the young man who ruined my gladiolus, huh? Sit down.
Come on. Guess what? My tooth's hurting. Yes, I know. Let's see. Shut up and up. Uh-huh. Does that hurt?
Yeah!
Good, you haven't felt anything yet. Uh-huh.
Get up here!
Seymour, who was the dentist here, you or me? I'll find that too. Uh-huh. Look at that stalagmite. But don't worry, it's going to be an easy one, Seymour. I won't even use Novocaine.
Oh, you broke the mirror in my mouth.
Well, don't tell me about it, stupid. Just swallow it. All right, yes. Let's see now, Seymour. Let's see, I'll have this one, and that one, and I have to have this one, Seymour.
It's only one tooth.
Seymour, who is the dentist here, you or me? Are you practicing dentistry without a license? No. All right. Let's see. Oh, shh. Seymour, Seymour, don't be bad. Look at you. Look at Seymour. I didn't know you were an elk. You know, I can't afford an assistant. So I get this ready instant mix. It doesn't last very long, but it tastes good. All right, Seymour.
Oh, stay away from me.
Seymour.
You're trying to kill me.
A duel. Aha.
Is this doctor's office?
Just a minute.
Oh, yes. I see it is.
You can come in now.
My name is Wilberforce.
Wilberforce?
Just Wilberforce. My first name is Wilbur. My last name is Force. I don't have a middle name.
Well, you have an appointment, maybe?
But you were very highly recommended to me by your patients, Mrs. S.G. I do a lot of undertaking for her relatives.
Well, as you can see, I have a customer now, and I'm all booked up for the rest of the day, so you'll have to come back tomorrow.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I have 3 or 4 abscesses, a touch of pyorrhea, 9 or 10 cavities. I lost my pivot tooth, and I'm in terrible pain.
Well, I can't help you today.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just wait outside. The patient came to me with a large hole in his abdomen, caused by a fire poker used on him by his wife. He almost bled to death and gangrene had set in. I didn't give him much of a chance. There were other complications. The man had cancer, tuberculosis, leprosy, and a touch of the... I decided to operate.
My patient just left. You could come in now.
Oh, goody. I didn't see the other man leave.
Well, he went out the back door.
You know, most people don't like to go to the dentist, but I rather enjoy it myself, don't you? I mean, there's a real feeling of growth, of progress when that old drill goes in. I mean, I'd almost rather go to the dentist than anywhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now, no Novocaine. It dulls the senses.
This is gonna hurt you more than it is me.
Oh, goody, goody, here it comes. Oh, my God, don't stop now!
Well, I made a lot of holes, and now I gotta fill it up with this here silver stuff.
Well, aren't you gonna pull any?
Well,
Oh, go on.
Well, it's your mouth.
quite an afternoon. I can truly say I've never enjoyed myself so much. I'll recommend you to all my friends.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.
Feed me. Oh, take it easy, Dracula. What do you think I'm carrying here? My dirty laundry? I'm coming already. This should be enough for anybody. Well, goodbye, Dr. Farr. You may have been a crummy dentist, but you were a nice fella. I never meant to kill anybody in my whole life. I've killed 2 in the last 2 days. Well, but you asked for me with that knife. Fun voyage, Dr. Farr. You want anything else? See you in the morning.
Come in. Hey, Joe.
Frank. How's the wife, Frank?
Not bad, Joe.
Glad to hear it. The kids?
Lost one yesterday.
How'd that happen?
Match.
Those are breaks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Got a situation here. Several people say they lost one of their best detectives the other night.
Well?
His wife.
Okay, everybody, I went ahead and obviously it's not watchable. I really apologize. You guys sticking it out and trying to stay with it, but obviously it's not. And that makes Cosme look good. So it looks like I don't have the bandwidth to try to do a stream like this, and I really apologize. So I did post in chat. In fact, let me get in there now, and I
You want me to host it, Pop?
pin it.
You want me to try?
You can try.
Okay.
Sure. Sorry about that, everybody.
What's the timestamp?
I didn't know we were on DSL until Mr. CCTV just said so in the chat. I'm like, DSL? Oh no. Anyway, I could stop it right where it left off.
What's the timestamp?
Yeah, hold on just a second here. Man, that was terrible. What a horrible experience. Give me just a moment. I'll try to go back a few minutes too, because catch any parts they may have lost. No, if my connection is DSL, that explains everything. That explains why I'm not able to do any kind of stream. Why don't you make the timestamp? I'll put it right where the quality really got bad when I saw PvP mentioning it, and that would be 24 minutes. Put it right about the 23-minute mark. If you can, 23-minute mark. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Thank you for your patience. That sucks. That
No worries, buddy.
That sucks. DSL? I didn't know anybody uses DSL anymore.
No, it's better than nothing, but at the same time, it's just, hey, it is what it is.
It's a step above dial-up.
I didn't know they still made DSL.
Neither did I. But I doubt he's paying for DSL. I'm sure he's paying for cable. Because if anybody has DSL in this day and age, you should be getting it really, really super cheap. But I doubt it. So there is a link, everybody, in the chat.
Oh, try this.
It's a link to it. All right, let's see what Gorilla can give us.
This better?
What do you see? I'm not sure if I'm looking at mine or yours.
Looks a lot better. There's a
Thank you
little bit
very
of
much.
freezing and whatnot, but at least it's not blurry.
I think it's a lot better.
Yeah, anything's better than what we had. Yeah, thank you. Anything's better than what we had before.
Eat me. Eat me. Look, Chowhound, don't bother me. I got problems of my own.
Feed me.
I'm sorry, pal. I'm fresh out of blood. Talk to somebody else.
I'm hungry.
I don't care what you are. Can't you see I'm knocked out? I just killed a man. I'm a murderer. You think it's fun to be a murderer? You think it's fun to haul around a sack full of
food?
Oh, no, Junior. What kind of guy do you think I am?
I'm starved.
Well, maybe just a snack.
That looks great.
Now that is what I call a salad. What do you call that salad?
Cesarean.
Well, before the next course, I think I'll have a nice cigar. All right? You would like maybe a cigar? You don't smoke cigars. What am I thinking about? Where are the matches? Oh, boy. You know what I found? I'm looking for the matches, and I found I left the money in Dora's suit.
Here's your mock chicken legs.
You don't have any money?
So what else is new?
All right. I made a mistake. After all, a man is entitled.
Go on, this is your story. I'll wait for the punch.
Don't get smart with me, girlie. I'll have you know that in my shop in the cash register, I'm having the total day's receipts, which is summing up to more than $9. You'll bring the rest of the food, then I'll go to the shop and get the money.
You're playing my favorite song. Now look here, Buster. One of you is going to go down right now and get the loot, while the other one stays here until the first one gets back, if you get what I mean.
Oh, fine. In this fancy schmancy restaurant, you are holding hostages, right?
Right.
Excellent. You eat up, Audrey. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Bye, Gravis.
Reason to be jolly. La, 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 la. the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La 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 la.
You flush now, right?
Bring me whiskey, rum, wine, gin, bourbon.
What?
Scotch, rye, tequila, sake, Manischewitz.
Did you bring the money?
Don't bug me with the money. I got to get drunk now.
What flipped him?
I don't know.
Look, here, take it. Bring me anything. Bring me everything. Creme de mint. Everything you got.
Okay.
Travis, what happened?
Don't ask.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ghosts I could handle. Don't ask.
Why don't you tell me? Maybe I could help you.
Help you couldn't.
Try and eat something. It'll calm your aggravation.
In mine own shop. Audrey, you wouldn't believe it.
I wish you'd break out and tell me.
All right, I'll tell you tomorrow, right after I am telling the police.
But Mushnick didn't come to the police. If he had, happy story. It was not.
Hi, Travis. $85 with the business already, and we barely open.
What did I tell you? You wouldn't be interested in selling a half interest in this place, huh?
Mr. Mushnick, we talked to the committee, and they said we could use your flour on the float. And guess what? We're going to feature Audrey Jr. Right on top.
Boy.
Can't you just picture it?
I can picture
Oh, won't the people just eat it up?
Eat up the people.
And we're going to have the big part of it open, so she can sit in it.
Who?
The queen, with her crown and scepter. She'll be so cute. Oh, you could just eat her up.
Eat up the girl.
Oh, there's Seymour! Oh, Seymour!
Oh, I got a toothache. Oh, I got a toothache. Leave me alone.
Come
Oh, my
with me.
jaw, I got a toothache. It hurts. Oh, let go of my jaw. Oh, my jaw. Oh.
Now, Seymour, talk on me.
I got a toothache. What do you want to talk about?
That plant, is that a nice subject for to talk?
The plant is great. It's 4 times bigger than it was yesterday.
I saw. How come the plant is now so big?
I don't know. But look at all them people out there. We only been open a half hour, and we already done $70 worth of business.
85. Now look, Seymour. You gave this plant a fancy name, Audrey Jr., but I want to know right now, what do just people call it?
Well, it's a cross between a butterworth and a Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. And what are the habits of this Venus flytrap?
Well, the book says it eats insects. It eats them 3 times in its life, and then it's full grown.
Excellent. And how many times is this one eat?
Well, once or twice.
You don't remember?
Well, this is kind of an unusual type flytrap.
That is a possibility.
It may never eat again. I don't see how it could get any bigger.
Then you think it don't need any more flies?
Yeah. Oh, my tooth is just killing me.
All right, excellent. You run along to the dentist. I'll take care of things here.
Thanks, boss.
Travis, we've got to order more flowers. Tons of them.
I'm making lots of money.
That'll teach you to keep your bill up to date, you deadbeat. Go ahead and run, you sniveling dog. Go ahead and run. I'm glad I heard you. I'm glad.
Seymour, got a bad tooth, huh?
No, I thought this was the men's room. Seymour, come back here, you bad dog. You get in there.
So, you are the young man who ruined my gladiolas, huh? Sit down. Come on.
Guess what?
My tooth stopped hurting. Yes, I know. Let's see. Shut up and open up. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Does that hurt?
yeah.
Good, you haven't felt anything yet. Uh-huh.
Get over here.
Seymour, who is the dentist here, you or me? I'll find that tooth. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Look at that stalagmite. But don't worry, it's going to be an easy one, Seymour. I won't even use Novocaine.
Oh, you broke the mirror in my mouth.
Well, don't tell me about it, stupid. Just swallow it. All right, yes. Let's see now, Seymour. See, I'll have this one, and this one, and that one, and I have to have this one, Seymour.
It's only one tooth.
Seymour, who is the dentist here, you or me? Are you practicing dentistry without a license? No. All right. Let's see. Oh, shh. Seymour, Seymour, don't be Look at that. Will you look at that, Seymour? I didn't know you were an elk. Look. You know, I can't afford an assistant. So I get this ready instant mix. It doesn't last very long, but it tastes good. All right, Seymour.
Oh, stay away from me.
Seymour.
You're trying to kill me.
A duel. Aha.
Is this doctor's office?
Just a minute.
Oh, yes. I see it is.
You can come in now.
My name is Wilberforce.
Wilberforce what?
Just Wilberforce. My first name is Wilbur. My last name is Force. I don't have a middle name.
Well, you have an appointment, maybe?
No, but you were very highly recommended to me by one of your patients, Mrs. S. Shiva. I do a lot of undertaking for her relatives.
Well, as you can see, I have a customer now, and I'm all booked up for the rest of the day, so you'll have to come back tomorrow.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I have 3 or 4 abscesses, a touch of pyorrhea, 9 or 10 cavities. I lost my pivot tooth, and I'm in terrible pain.
Well, I can't help you today.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just wait outside. The patient came to me with a large hole in his abdomen, caused by a fire poker used on him by his wife. He almost bled to death and gangrene had set in. I didn't give him much of a chance. There were other complications. The man had cancer, tuberculosis, leprosy, and a touch of the grip. I decided to operate.
My patient just left. You could come in now.
Oh, goody. I didn't see the other man leave.
Well, he went out the back door.
You know, most people don't like to go to the dentist, but I rather enjoy it myself, don't you? I mean, there's a real feeling of growth, of progress when that old drill goes in. I mean, I'd almost rather go to the dentist than anywhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now, no Novocaine. It dulls the senses.
This is gonna hurt you more than it is me.
Oh, goody, goody, here it comes.
Oh my God, don't stop now! Well, I made a lot of holes and now I gotta fill it up with this here silver stuff.
Well, aren't you gonna pull any?
Well,
Oh, go on.
well, it's your mouth.
Well, Dr. Favre, it's been quite an afternoon. I can truly say I've never enjoyed myself so much. I'll recommend you to all my friends.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.
Feed me. Oh, take it easy, Dracula. What do you think I'm carrying here? My dirty laundry? I'm coming already. This should be enough for anybody. Well, goodbye, Dr. Farr. You may have been a crummy dentist, but you were a nice fella. I never meant to kill anybody in my whole life. I've killed 2 in the last 2 days. Well, but you asked for it coming after me with that knife and all. Fun voyage, Dr. Farr. You want anything else? See you in the morning.
Come in.
Hey, Joe.
Come on in, Frank. How's the wife, Frank?
Not bad, Joe.
Glad to hear it. The kids?
Lost one yesterday.
Lost one, eh? How'd that happen?
Playing with matches.
Well, those are breaks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Got a strange one here. Railroad people say they lost one of their best detectives the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Down by the yards. He was watching the refrigerator cars.
Refrigerator cars?
Ice thieves.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Don't know. Vanished. Blood on tracks.
Clues?
None.
Anything else?
Dennis. Barb.
Dead?
Missing.
Clues?
Blood in office.
Where?
Skid Row.
Ideas?
None.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Now we were on the case. Officer Frank Stooley and me. My name is Fink. Sergeant Joe Fink. I'm a Fink.
Morning, Mr. Mushnick. Oh, boy, look at that.
Hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh.
Ain't it something?
It's monstrosity.
Yeah.
And to think that you did it.
Gee, Audrey, you don't have to kiss me.
Don't you like me to kiss you?
Yeah, but you don't like to kiss me.
Why shouldn't I?
Nobody else ever did.
Well, I do like to.
You do? You really do? You like to kiss me?
Sure I do.
Would you like to kiss me again?
Okay.
That plant?
Oh, boy, you kiss good, Audrey.
Oh, I guess I just have a good kisser.
How did it?
Would you like to go out on a date with me some night?
When?
Oh, sure I would, Seymour. Anytime.
Tonight?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
About that plant.
We got the list of flowers for the float, for the Rose Parade.
I can't talk to you now, girls. Talk on Audrey.
We got the list for the float. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay.
Hi, what's cooking?
Look at my plant.
My, what a large one.
Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Shiva. What's new?
Oh, I got terrible news. My nephew Frankie just lost his little boy.
Oh, that's too bad. How did it happen?
He was playing with matches.
Would you like to buy maybe some flowers?
Yeah, about 50 cents worth.
Well, I'll get them for you. Look at my plant.
I'm looking.
Your name Gravis Mushnick?
Mushnick Gravis. That's my name.
Just want to ask you a few questions.
Questions, ask me.
Just want to ask you a few questions.
I didn't do it.
Do what?
Whatever.
Ever see this man?
Man, see picture.
Why are you so nervous?
You got a guilty conscience?
No, why should I?
Ever see this man?
Man, see the picture. Dr. Farb.
So you know him?
My dentist. He maybe did something.
Disappeared. Blood in his office. The other man, too. Blood in the railroad tracks. And few spare parts.
Dr. Farb is murdered.
Is he?
No, who knows? Not me.
What do you think?
He doesn't know anything.
Okay, Mushnick. If you hear anything about these men, call our office.
Sure, I'll be glad to cooperate with the police.
Hello, Aunt Sitting.
Oh, isn't it terrible what happened to your boy, Frankie?
Those are the brakes.
All right, Seymour. Now you tell me if that plant is finished all grown up.
He's finished all growing up.
You wouldn't kid your father.
My father came home.
Me, idiot! It's a figure of speech. Now look, I can't stand any more of that plant. It's growing me out of house and home.
Well, it ain't gonna grow anymore, I promise.
How can you be so sure?
It ate 3 times already.
What did it eat this time?
Well, about 1 million Japanese beetles.
So don't eat no more.
It's full.
Gravis! There's a lady from some kind of a commitment outside. I think it's important.
Excellent. By the by, I understand you want to take Audrey out on a date tonight. That's very good with me, because I am staying to keep an eye on that Meshuggah plant.
Where are we going to go tonight, Seymour?
Well, I just remembered I don't have any money.
Well, that's okay. We could take a walk along the ocean or something.
I got a great idea. We can eat dinner at my house. My mom's a great cook.
Well, that's swell.
Oh, boy, I'll call her later and tell her.
Oh, that's remarkable.
You like?
Oh, I neither like nor dislike anything, my goodness. I happen to represent the Society of Silent Flower Observers of Southern California.
How about that?
Tell me, who created this magnificent bloom?
I did, me.
And what might your name be?
Seymour Krelboyne with a K.
Krelboyne.
Krelboyne.
Raised it in a coffee can.
This? Well, tell me, Mr. Krelboyne, is this a freak, or can more be raised from the sea?
We should live so long.
Well, I don't think they're going to be any more, Miss...
Fuschtwanger. Mrs. Hortense Fuschtwanger.
I think this is going to be the only one, Mrs. Fishswinger.
Fuschtwanger.
Fuschtwanger?
It's probably indigestible anyway.
At any rate, I have the honor to tell you, Seymour Krelboyne, that you have been selected to receive the annual trophy of the Society of Silent Flower Observers of Southern California.
A trophy? Me?
Such is justice.
Tell me, when do you suppose those large buds will open?
Well, according to what the book says about the plants that I crossed, they should open day after tomorrow at sunset.
Ah, very well. Then I shall return at that time to present the trophy. Good day. Remarkable.
Oh, boy, I'm going to get a trophy.
Oh, Seymour, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, a real trophy.
For Andre Jr. We can put it on the float. In the Rose Parade.
Oh, boy.
Don't look at me. I'm a terrible sight. I'm a complete sea hag.
She always says that.
Oh, well, it's true. I haven't been feeling very well lately.
Audrey, this is my ma, Winifred Krelboyne. Ma, this is Audrey Fulcourt. She's my girl.
Hi, Audrey. Are you hungry?
Sure am. I could eat a herd.
Oh, well, sit right down, and I'll go get the first course.
Sit here, Audrey. You want me to take your sweater?
Yeah.
Never mind that. Well, now try this.
It tastes like cough syrup.
Dr. Flem's cough syrup. A toast?
To Audrey Jr.
No, to Audrey Sr.
glutton, you. Tonight I keep an eye on you. I don't let nobody get near you.
Here comes the soup. Now don't touch it till I get the flavoring.
Gee, Audrey, you sure look good by candlelight.
Oh, do I really, Seymour?
Yeah.
Here you are. Now try it.
Sure smells different.
It's different.
Some kind of oil, isn't it?
Cod liver oil. Wonderful for the colon.
And that's sulfur powder on the top.
Feed me. I'm hungry.
Open it is.
Feed me.
I didn't hear it.
Feed me.
I heard it.
I want food.
A talking plant we got.
I'm hungry.
No. Hungry. And other fine kettlefen fish. Who would you like to have tonight?
You look fat enough.
We not only got a talking plant, we got one that makes with smart cracks. Will you listen to me, you botanical bum? Food you wouldn't get. Not from Gravis Mushnik.
I'm starved.
Excellent. You would unpopulate old Skid Row. Well, you can forget about it. You wouldn't get fed from Gravis Mushnik tonight. Good night.
You'll get yours.
I kind of like this chow mein.
If it tastes a little bitter, it's because it's made of Chinese herbs and it's flavored with acromyas and Epsom salts.
There ain't another cook in the whole world like my ma.
That's what your old man said before the louse ran out on me. You know, if you're going to be married, you got to be a good cook.
Well, maybe you could teach me.
You thinking of getting married?
Well, he hasn't asked me yet.
Who hasn't?
Seymour.
Seymour's too young to get married. Look here, a boy's got to go out and play around a little bit. Go out on the make and have a ball.
Seymour, I don't want to have a ball. I want to be with Audrey.
No, look, Seymour. You promised you wouldn't get married until you bought me an iron lung.
You've been breathing for years, Ma.
Well, it ain't easy. It ain't easy, son.
Somebody here. Black Cat, 13th John, Friday the 13th is stupid superstition.
All right, you. Come out of there. Don't shoot, mister. I'm old and sick. I wouldn't hurt even a fly.
Come out in the light where I can see you.
Man, please don't shoot. Please. Please, I'm only Gravis Mushnik. You wouldn't want to kill me. Where would you hide the body?
Don't worry, I'm not going to shoot you. Not unless you try something.
Try something? I never tried anything in my life. I wouldn't try anything now. You want my money? Take it. You want I should go out and steal you some more? That's all right, too. I'll do it.
Thank you very much. I like your brand of hospitality.
You'll excuse it isn't more. I'm only a poor flautist.
Yeah. We got about $30 here. Come on now. Where's the rest of it? I was in here this afternoon. I saw about 30,000 people in here. They must have spent some money. Where is it?
There ain't no more money. They came in to look on the plant. It's a big attraction. Audrey Jr.
The plant. Don't try to snow me, Jim. 30,000 squares didn't come in here just to look for a plant. I want it.
I don't got no more money, honest. Believe me.
Okay, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I ain't got no more money, honest.
All right, try it the other way around. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right already.
Okay, big bad where?
In the plant. the plant. The big plant, Audrey Jr.
Inside the big leaf.
That's right, inside.
How do you get it open?
Just knock.
In there. In there.
Inside, in the bottom.
I don't see anything.
Way inside. Right in the bottom. Boy, what I did. I don't care what you got at the date with Audrey tonight. I am no more sitting up with that no-good Nick plant.
But gee, Mr. Mushnick, you don't have to sit up with it anymore. It's all grown up now.
Excellent, smart guy. How do you know it don't be hungry no more?
Well, because...
Tonight you are staying. Then tomorrow they're coming and they're going to give you a trophy, and then after that we are getting rid once and for all for that plant.
Getting rid of it? Why?
Don't ask why. The end. Into the garbage can. Aloha. Oy. Yes, Mrs. Shiva.
Oh, Seymour, it's a wonderful plant.
Oh, that's all right, Audrey. I'll grow other plants, even more wonderful ones.
I know you will. Did you figure out what we're doing tonight?
Yeah, we're going to a place full of beautiful flowers.
We have to stay here.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. We'll have a picnic. It'll be just like going to the country.
Oh, boy.
3,000 pink azaleas for the arbor, and the 9,000 yellow mums for the border, and the roses for around the back.
What do you mean you're going to a picnic at night with that full-quart girl?
Don't you like Audrey, Ma?
She's out after your money.
I don't have any money.
Oh, she's a smart one. She'll latch onto you until you get some, and then goodbye fortune.
Audrey's an honest girl, Ma.
Yeah, never trust a woman who's too healthy.
Audrey had a bad cold a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, a cold, a puny cold. Why don't you get yourself a real female with something decent like mononucleosis or gallstones?
Well, maybe she could catch something like that.
The only thing she'll catch is you. And she'll take you off to some shady sanitarium and leave me to chiropractors and faith healers. I know when I'm not wanted.
Oh, gee, Ma.
Don't feel sorry for me. I'll just find a nice wet alley somewhere and curl up and wait for the end.
Oh, please don't die till I get back, will you, Ma? I'll take care of you. I'll always take care of you. I promise.
Yeah.
Bye. Gee, Audrey, I never tasted food like this before.
The peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly, what does that cure?
Nothing. It's just a food.
Well, what good is it if it doesn't clear up pimples or shrink your sinus tissues or something?
You're just being silly, Seymour. Seymour, what do you want to be?
Well, I want to grow things. If I had a lot of money, I'd go to the South Seas where they grow the most fabulous plants in the world.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the South Seas, too.
There's no reason why you couldn't go.
Would you take me with you, Seymour?
Oh, I couldn't very well go without you, Audrey.
Why not?
Oh, because I'm in love with you, Audrey.
Oh, I'm in love with you, too, Seymour.
Feed me.
What'd you say?
I was just kidding.
I'm hungry.
Seymour.
I didn't mean it.
Why did you say it?
Oh, food.
You didn't even say that.
Oh, yes, I did. I said it.
Oh, I'm looking right at you.
Well, I'm a ventriloquist.
You're what?
A ventriloquist.
Feed me.
Seymour, do you feel all right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, then stop all this nonsense and kiss me.
I'm dying from hunger.
All right, if you're so hungry, eat something, but forget about me.
Gee, I'm sorry, Audrey.
Give me to eat.
If you can't control yourself, I'm going home.
I need some chow.
Oh.
Food,
Audrey, please wait. Listen to me.
I've listened to all the nonsense I want to hear, Seymour. You're a nut. You tell me that you love me, and then you act like a complete idiot.
Please listen, Audrey. I'll be able to explain everything soon.
Well, why can't you explain now?
Because so many things are so important. I want to marry you, but I got to take care of Mom. Well, that plant in there is going to make it all come true. Tomorrow they're going to give me a trophy, and I'll be famous. I'll be a big botanist. And then we can go to the South Seas, just like we planned and all.
But that doesn't have anything to do with what went on in there. When you're ready to come to your senses, Seymour, then I'll talk to you. Good night, Seymour.
I'm getting pretty tired of you.
I need food.
I don't care what you need. Look what you've done to me. You not only made a butcher out of me, but you drove my girl away.
Shut up and bring on the food.
Don't tell me to shut up. You shut up. Who raised you from a bunch of little seeds? Who fed you all them high-class fertilizers and sat up all night with you when you were sick? Nobody else would have done that for you. Do you think anybody else would have brought you human beings to eat? You're darn right they wouldn't. Well, I've helped you, and you've helped me. Now shut your trap and go to sleep. I'm tired.
Crowline, turn around. Close your eyes. You are asleep. Open your eyes. Now you will do as I say. Do you follow me?
Yes, master.
You will go out and find me some food.
Yes, master.
Now be gone and waste no time.
My name is Leonora Clyde. How's the rain on the rhubarb?
Master is hungry.
Well, hello there.
I gotta find food for Master. Food I gotta find for Master. For Master, I gotta find food.
Maybe I can help.
Who are you?
My name is Leonora Clyde. I love you.
Master wants food.
Let the old goat wait. The night is young, and so are we.
Master doesn't eat goat.
Well, what kind of food does he like? Ooh! That's more like it. Kiss me. What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Too bony.
Too bony? Nobody ever told me that before.
Beef is better than veal.
Ah, you're such a dodo. What do you call this? Chopped liver?
Master would like more fat.
Speak for yourself, John.
My name is Seymour.
My name is Seymour. That's my name, too. Are you interested, or are you just wasting my time?
I never thought anybody would volunteer. Do you volunteer?
Sure I do.
All right, if you're sure you want to volunteer.
All right, my place or yours?
I don't care.
Well, flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
Flip anything, silly.
Well, there's a rock. Wet or dry?
Wet.
The search was narrowing, and we knew that soon we would have the killer. Not that we had any more clues than before, but we had to tell the chief something. I had that feeling in my bones that the mystery was drawing to its climax, and I was determined to be on hand.
All right, out, out, out. Nobody is in. Today we have a special occasion for Seymour Krelboyne, which has invented the big plan. So I want everybody should please stay out of the way.
We want Seymour! We want Seymour! We want Seymour!
I tell you, this business is worse than being a conductor in a revoluting door. I'll be glad when this day is finished.
What's a celebration?
They're presenting my son with a trophy.
Yeah, what'd he do? Run away from home?
Please don't look at me that way, Audrey. I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Seymour. I just don't understand you.
I'll explain everything after the ceremony.
You, police, what are you doing here?
Heard there was something going on here this evening.
Just thought we'd come by and keep an eye on things.
Look, we don't need no eyes kept on nothing.
The Society of Silent Flower Observers has arrived, and sunset is almost upon us.
Welcome, lady and gentlemen. We are honored to have you.
Still working on those disappearances.
We think they were murdered.
Hey, look here, young man. That's no way to talk at a time like this. Let me see your tongue. Uh-huh. Now, what you got?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Trench mouth. I know. I had it back in '09.
Better have that looked into, Frank.
Whatever you say, Joe.
Mr. Krelboyne, the sun is going down now, and you do think those buds are going to open?
I hope so.
Because if they don't, Mr. Krelboyne, we shall just have to present the award at another time.
Oh, it's starting to open. It's the mark.
Oh, look, the first bud is open.
Isn't that
the railroad cop? Look at the rest. What do you think, Frank?
They're all there, Joe.
Yes, you're right. Mr. Krelboyne, how do you explain this?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. That's right, officer. He didn't mean to kill them. Am I?
Seymour, you promised you'd explain.
Looks like they're getting away, Joe.
Yes, you're right. Let's catch him.
Right.
Oh, now the float will be perfect. Yeah.
You wouldn't find him here with the toilets. Let's go back.
You dirty rat plant, you messed up my whole life. I'll feed you. I'll feed you like you never been fed before.
Better to give up, gentlemen. You wouldn't find him tonight.
Look, the door's open, Frank.
Oh.
He was such a good boy. Seymour!
I didn't mean it.
And that's the end of Little Shop of Horrors. Anybody still awake?
I'm here.
I'm still awake.
Yeah, classic film. I had to go and
Yeah.
watch it. I had to go and watch it on another available channel on YouTube, but it played perfectly there. So I don't know what was going on earlier, because when I came back now, it's playing great. So that was strange why I wasn't getting a clear copy running before. But anyway, all good, I guess now. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier about. We had backup plans, so Gorilla switched us over to
oh,
the backup source.
Okay, that explains it then. Yeah. It looked really
So-
good when I came back on about 15 minutes ago, and it looked wonderful. So that's good.
I hope everybody enjoyed that.
Oh, it's great. Really good.
It's not bad. Yeah, not bad for a low budget movie. And remember, consider the fact that it was filmed in 2 days and 1 night.
Yeah,
not
it's
bad at
amazing.
all.
I just looked it up on Wikipedia. The budget was $28,000.
Oh yes.
And I think it says converted into 2024 dollars, that's around 290 something. So it's not a lot of money.
Nope. And he
Yeah.
spent his money wisely.
Yeah, $293,000 it says here in today's money. So that's amazing.
Yeah, very
Really
cool.
Very good director.
Yeah, very cool. And I hope everybody's still awake with us in the chat. I'm not sure where our chat's left off, because I know we haven't really been answering it. Normally we read the chats during the stream, but I didn't want to interrupt the movie, so I'm not sure who's still around. But I want to thank everybody for being here, for coming tonight. Everybody on the panel, and plus everybody in the chat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourselves. So Gorilla and Nemesis, what did you two think? You hadn't seen it before. What's your opinion?
I preferred the remake, to be quite honest. This one, well, it went by fast. I didn't enjoy myself watching it. I was really frustrated with most of the characters. Audrey was really nice. I empathized with Mushnik, but like that was about it. And the cops too. The cops were pretty classic. I did enjoy them.
Yeah, it was
Like,
kind of like
the
a
mom was
parody of the
awful to deal with.
Well, she was a hypochondriac, and the cops were modeled after the show Dragnet, which was popular at the time. So it was kind of like a parody of Dragnet. That's why they had the narration like it was. Gorilla, are you still awake?
Barely.
Oh,
barely. Soft.
Yeah. No, like I'm gonna have to rewatch this from the very beginning and all that stuff. But some of the voices on this thing, it's like they would put the nasal sounding voice. I was like, nah, that just drags you out of the movie. I it's like you can almost mix the two movies together, but at least definitely picture to keep the musical stuff out of it. And I think it'd be great.
Well, if you mean the nasal, do you mean like the Jewish because they were Jewish?
No, like they shove something up their nose to make their voices nasally.
Oh, that's possible. I know that was some of the humor of the way it was written. Because you basically had two hypochondriacs. That's Seymour's mother, and then the lady that would come and visit the flower shop every day. And that reminds me of a certain YouTuber that we see here. Every day you see the person, hello, how you doing? Oh, I would be doing great, but so and so, my uncle's first sister just passed away. It seems like we're always having people die in our family. Yeah, the Jewish people have a name for that. And that was the name of the character, Miss Lishka, or whatever her name was. That old lady that was always asking for the carnations. But yeah, we have a YouTuber who that reminded me of immediately. Every time they come on, there's somebody else that died in their family. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. From the perspective of 1960, it was okay. I've seen a lot worse movies, that's for sure. I've seen a lot of movies that were low budget and just dragged on boring with no action whatsoever, and nothing to see that was interesting. So next week we will do the horror of what is it? Horror of Dracula, I believe, is what we were originally scheduled to do tonight. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this. I'd never seen it before. And for a movie that was made in like 2.5 days or whatever, on a budget that tiny, I thought Roger Corman did a fabulous job on directing. Like, there was not really too much unnecessary stuff in the movie. Like every scene kind of worked, even though I do agree with Nemesis somewhat that some of the characters were quite annoying. I actually liked I liked Audrey and I liked the poor flower shop owner guy. Those are my two favorite characters as well because they were kind of fun. I liked them, but everybody else in the well, the cops were fun too. I like the cops. The cops were cool, but Seymour himself, I found incredibly annoying. After a while, he was just basically a real schmuck, So,
Yeah.
but he was supposed to be a schmuck, so I kind of went with it, right? So, yeah, I liked it. I mean, for a low budget film, filmed in such a short amount of time, as I say, Corman's direction is, I think, really solid in this one. So, I'd probably give it around a B plus rating, something like that. Like it was a good, enjoyable movie because it's only 71 minutes as well, right? So that doesn't
It's
hurt
not
it.
very long. Yeah, it's relatively
Yeah,
short when you think about it. It would have went
yeah.
by faster if we didn't have that little interruption there midway through.
Hmm. Oh well, it happens.
And
But
I don't
yeah,
know if you guys.
no, go
I
ahead,
don't
Bob. I
know.
liked it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but Dick Miller, the guy who was eating the flowers, and the lady who played Audrey, they played husband and wife in the Gremlins 1 and 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier. That Joe Dante, the director who came from Roger Corman School, tended to rehire a lot of the actors from Roger Corman's movies. So yeah, those two were, yeah, they were the old couple. Dick Miller was the one where the Gremlins kept basically getting on his nerves, and he was trying to kill them. He didn't have much luck, and he was also the guy selling. He owned the bookstore in the Howling. It was selling all the, I guess, for the guy bought the silver bullets and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So if you look at Piranha, all those movies, Dick Miller is in most of them.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought he looked familiar because I know I'd seen him in other stuff for sure. By the way, I
And
just want to mention Jonathan Haze, who played Seymour, and
yeah,
Jackie Joseph, who played Audrey. They're both still alive. Like Haze is like 95, and
Uh-huh.
Jackie's like 91. So they're kind of giving Roger a run for his money here.
Yeah,
They're getting up there too, right? Which is cool.
yeah, it is, and I'm glad they're still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. You saw too how young Jack Nicholson looked in it.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Almost unrecognizable. He was so young.
Yeah, but he gave it his all, and that's the character that obviously Bill Murray played in the remake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But okay, is there anything either of you would like to add before we, I guess, close this up? We've been going on for 3 hours, almost 3, and I know it's really late
Yeah.
for Gorilla.
I mean, I'll give it a B minus. Like, it's passable. It's short, which is very nice. But yeah, I'd still recommend the remake versus this one, to be quite honest. And I guess as for me, definitely check out my channel. I've finally got my PS5, so expect a lot of
Oh,
gameplay for that.
congratulations! Congratulations!
Yes, thank you.
So you're going to
Yeah,
be doing a
excited.
lot of more gaming then.
Yes, I am.
So you can stream directly from the PS5. Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, nice. What games are you thinking about covering?
Well, right now I've got Red Dead Redemption 2. I was playing that earlier, trying to just figure out the whole new streaming thing. It took me forever to figure out how to unmute my mic. Thanks for yeah, Lemon and Dusk and all those other people for showing up and bearing with me. But yeah, no, it should be good. I've got Rise of the Ronin, and I also have Stellar Blade. And then I've also pre-ordered Elden Ring and the DLC for when that comes out in June. So exciting stuff.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's always a bit of a learning curve to get that new stuff. Gorilla, you want to actually tell us about your channel? Anything you'd like to share?
Yes. I do a bunch of shorts and all that on my channel. I'll have a few coming up here pretty soon. There'll be no Justified tomorrow night because my dumbass decided to volunteer to run the ring toss thing at the carnival. So
That's nice of you.
Yeah. So and I'm not even gonna get home till at least 6:30. So it's like, if I do anything, I might just do an open panel.
Cool.
For Cringe Talk, it's PvP's birthday, so we're doing a special Warriors one. Watch or the Warriors.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome,
Yeah.
Gorilla.
And then
Cool. When's that, Gorilla?
Yeah. What?
What day is that?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be a stream. I'm not sure if there'll be a stream on Friday and all that because I gotta get ready for the weekend and stuff. There'll be no Saturday night reviews. Then Sunday we should have RoboCop 2. But thanks for having me on, Pop.
Oh, it's my pleasure as usual. Thank you for helping me out with coming up with through with that backup and everything like that. You basically saved the stream.
Yeah. Then if you click on that link there and you save that tab there, that tab should have a lot of the stuff we look for, except for some reason it doesn't have very much for Lost in Space. It's missing a ton of episodes. So
That's okay.
This site seems to run smoother than so today. Plus, it doesn't have that ad crap that Soap does.
What? Where's that tab? I'm just going to take a look at
In the
it.
private chat. It's the one you recommended to me.
Oh, darn. I just came on a short time ago, remember? So I don't have that.
Yeah, it's the one you gave me, PvP.
Oh.
Movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's not showing in private because I had to leave, remember? And then I came back. So I lost all the earlier private chat stuff. Well, I'm glad it worked out anyway. That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything you want to say about your channel, PvP?
I'll just keep it brief, Pop, because I know everybody's getting tired here. I just uploading more albums. I just uploaded one on the weekend, and I got another one I was listening to after work tonight before I came on here. That sounds pretty good, so I'm probably going to upload that one either. I'll do it either tonight or sometime in the next few days, depending when I get around to it. But yeah, just uploading more music. That's basically it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and, if you guys can make it, hopefully tomorrow, Gorilla and I will be doing 2 more episodes of Gilligan's Island. And Saturday, Rumblings from the Lab. Hopefully be back Monday with Lost in Space. And then theoretically be back Tuesday with the horror of Dracula. But yeah, and I'm glad you guys could, like I said, I'm happy you guys came along and stuck with it tonight for the tribute to Roger Corman. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry the chat is so in disarray tonight, everybody. And you guys kind of got lost in the shuffle because of what happened with the stream. I'm not sure really at what point the channel or the chat left off. On Unlimited Advice, I said there were no more open panels, Gorilla, closed panels only. I guess there's something wrong with the panels.
He's talking about on mine there with that troll I had the other day.
Oh. That's no big deal. I don't know why you guys are still talking about it. It happens all the time to everybody.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody in the chat. Seriously, I want to thank you all for being here and chilling with us for the last few hours. I had a good time. And now that I know that I'm on DSL here, I will no longer be attempting to try to stream directly from my computer. That explains, now I know why, because I've been wondering all this time why I've been having trouble trying to stream video. Now that answers everything. DSL, wow, I might as well be on dial-up. What a shame. And being in a small town, knowing I have no other options, that's kind of depressing. But okay, let me see here. Is there anything you guys would like to add before we close this up for tonight?
No, I can't think of anything, Pop.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for being here. Drive safe if you have to work tomorrow. Stay warm, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow night for Gilligan's Island. So with that, everybody, peace out.
Good night, everyone.